in 5 years? What are you going to look like? What are you going to be doing? Where are you going to be in 10 years? You know? What are you going to be doing in 10 years? 5 years ago, Hugo used to tell me, "You're fat, dude." And I said, "Hold on, I got out of high school, life hit me, you're going to get fat too." "Oh, no, I'm never going to get fat." The other day, I went to my mom's house and I saw him without a shirt and I said, life happens, right? Now, here's the thing. Where are you going to be in 5 years? I want to tell you something. Today, I want to talk to you about how to manage your schedule. Because check this out. This is good, okay? This is the thing you got to walk away from. This is the thing that when you leave this place, this is the stuff that you got to remember. What you do with time, time will do with you. If you mismanage your time, time is going to mismanage you. If you misuse it, that's what you're going to get in return. What you do with time, time will do with you. I want to talk today about how to survive our schedules. Because I think that even though you're young, most of you guys, I mean, you don't even know what it's like to have like obligations and pressure and stress and worry. I mean, you know, you worry about the text you didn't get back, or you worry because the person hasn't logged on, or you worry because they haven't called you back, but you don't know what it's like to worry because you don't have enough rent. You don't know what it's like to worry because your phone bill is high and then you have to pay your gas bill and you got to buy toilet paper and you got to buy kitty litter. You don't know what all this stuff. But listen, never, having said that, I know that your schedule's crazy. I know a lot of you guys complain that your schedule is just crazy. You don't have enough time to do the things that you want to do. You don't have enough time to do the things that people expect you to do. And I know that your schedule is crazy and it drives you crazy because you wish you had enough time to do everything. I mean, you love God, right? But you just don't have time for Him. You want to get involved in church, but you just don't have time, right? You want to get better grades, but you just don't have time, right? You want to be a better daughter and a better son, but you just don't have the time to work on those things. So today, I want to talk to you, and hopefully by the time you walk out of here, you're going to have a better idea and you're going to have some tools to help you be able to accomplish all the things that you want to accomplish. Because I'll tell you something. Everybody in this room can accomplish the things that they want to accomplish. And we're going to talk about that. But, Nestor, why are we talking about our schedule if we're talking about choices? Because our schedule is so important, and I think many of us make very poor and bad choices when it comes to our schedule. And I thought that it was a great idea to talk about how you manage your time. Because the choices you make about the time that God gives you, it's going to impact greatly the kind of life that you're going to have. Did you know that every single one of us has a ticking clock? And that clock is our life? And we all have a different one. Okay? I don't know if the world is going to end in 2012. So unless the world was going to end in 2012, then we all have the same ticking clock because we're all going to die at the same time. But assuming that that's not going to happen, and I don't think it's going to happen, we all have a different ticking clock. And mine might say 40 years. And yours might be a month. Yours might be a year. Yours might be 10 years. For some of you, it might be a week from now. I don't know. See, that's the mystery of life, that we don't know how much time we have. So it's very important and it's very wise that we make wise choices about our time. Because if you make poor ones, time will in return give you a poor quality of life. So let's look at three things that are the problem with your schedule. And I think these apply to most of us, or all of us, okay? At one point or another. I know you guys are in summer right now, so the one thing you have most is time. It's like, how do I kill time, okay? But listen, the best time to prepare is not when you're going through it, but before you go through it. School time is coming up. I know some of you guys start school this coming week. I know some of you guys still have a month. I know some of you guys graduated and you don't know if you're going to go to college. But listen, nevertheless, you are going to have to learn to manage your time. So let's look at three things and you can fill them in. What's the problem with my schedule? How come I can't get a hold of my schedule? How come I can't seem to do all the things I want to do? Well, here's three very universal things that would apply to most of us. Number one, most people who have a very Out of control schedule. There's an ID on the floor. I don't know whose it is. Annie, can you grab that? Most people who have an out of control schedule, this is the first problem they have. Number one, they have too many commitments. Too many commitments. Too many. I mean, there's some of you guys that are so lazy that you know, the Bruno Mars song is your national anthem, but then there's some of you guys that you don't know how to say no. People invite you. Hey, we're heading to ConneXion. I'm there. Hey, we're going to go watch a movie after that. I'm there. Hey, we're going to go get Starbucks. I'm there. Hey, we're going to the beach tomorrow. I'm there. Hey, we're going to go practice on Wednesday. I'm there. People don't know how to say no. And if you are going to learn to manage your time, you need to learn to say this very powerful word. No. No. Can I make a confession? Can I make a confession? And I'm going to say it because I love you guys and I trust you, but I want to say this to the adults. When Lorena and I first started as youth pastors, we used to get invited everywhere. Like, every party they would invite us and they would want us to be there, and I understand. But listen, sometimes we're tired. I mean, we're getting old and doing all this is very tiring. I mean, this weekend has been very tiring. And often, we were like, you know, tomorrow we got to go to work, and if we're like super extra tired, it's going to be more difficult. So we would say no often. We would say, no, we can't do it. We have something previous planned. And you know what's the thing? Now we don't get invited anywhere. Because people assume that we're too busy and now we don't get invited anywhere. So, but you need to learn to say no. Let me tell you why you need to learn to say no. Because yes is not a powerful word. Yes is not a magic word. Every time you say yes, you're not going to add an extra hour to your day. You're not going to add extra minutes to your time. Yes is going to cut back, and it's going to cut down the time that you have to do the things that you need to do. So the first problem most of us have with our schedule is that we have way too many commitments. And you need to learn to say no. Listen, and this is for another sermon, okay? I know you have dreams, and you have passions, and you have desires, and you have goals. But listen, you cannot conquer the world, okay? God did not create you to conquer and be able to accomplish all the goals in the world. Okay, you have one goal, you have one mission, and that's what you need to use your time for. The second thing, the second problem with our schedule is that we live a very unbalanced life. It's an unbalanced living. Most of us live a very unbalanced life. You know, when I was preparing this sermon, I was very excited because I was like, man, this is the kind of stuff I need to hear every Sunday, you know, like me. Because for those who know me really close, know that I'm a very determined individual, and I want to become something. I want to make something of my life. I don't want to live to live. Whenever I'm doing something that's not going to produce something that I want to accomplish, I stop doing it. And when I read this that most of us live in unbalanced living, I said, wow, that is so powerful. And listen to what I'm about to tell you, okay? Listen to this, because I don't think most of you guys believe me, okay? Listen, too much of anything is bad. The only thing that you can never have enough of is God. And I understand, well, you're supposed to say that. You're a pastor. Yes, I know that. But listen, people misunderstand God and church, God and the worship team, God and drama. God is your relationship with Him. It's the kind of thing that you do 24/7. Apart from your relationship with God, anything that you do too much of is bad. Too much church is bad. Too much video games is bad. Too much anything that you do in an exaggeration is bad. It's unbalanced. Listen, we were created to be balanced individuals. We were created to not be extreme individuals. And most of us, if you're honest with yourself, you're very unbalanced. There's just too much of something in you. And I'm going to touch those things in just a minute. But that's the first problem, that we don't know how to balance things. It's like, I want all the meat and no vegetables. I want all the sweet drinks and no water. Very unbalanced. We are very unbalanced living. And let me tell you one thing that causes your life to be unbalanced. And as Hispanics, we're very good at it, huh, Johnny? He doesn't know. Here's one thing that, as Hispanics, causes our lives to be very unbalanced. You want to know what that is? Here's this word. Some of you guys know it, some of you guys don't. If you don't know it, go home and look it up. Procrastination. Some of you guys are professionals at procrastinating things. And that causes your life to be imbalanced and your schedules just go out of whack. You are a great procrastinator. Let me tell you another thing that causes your life to be very imbalanced. And it causes your schedule to get out of hand. That you don't learn to distinguish between important things and urgent things. You know what's the difference? Let me give you an example. Important. The essay that I need to do that's due a week from now. Not tomorrow. A week from now. A week from now, it's important. Not just the night before, okay? That's important. You know what's urgent? The phone call. That's urgent, but it's not important. And most of us, because it's ring, 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 or some of you guys have songs, you think, oh, I have to take this. No, that's urgent, but it's not important. And when you don't learn to distinguish between important and urgent, you're going to have a very unbalanced life. And your schedule is going to get out of whack. Let me tell you the third thing that caused the third problem that we have with our schedule. Here it is, okay? And this doesn't apply to everybody, but to most of us. Here's the third problem, that we try to carry all the load. We try to carry all the load. I know some of you guys like to stay to yourselves. You're very self-centered. You're like, you know, I can do it. But listen, life was not meant to be lived on your own, okay? God did not create you. God did not wire you to be a lone ranger. You need other people. You need other people. You didn't see everything that ConneXion is becoming. I was telling Rigo earlier, because I went out to that corner and I saw everything set up, and I told Rigo, I was like, Rigo, if my youth group would have been like this when I was young, I would have never missed church. I would have never missed church. Listen, ConneXion has become what it is and what's becoming, not because Lorena and I are doing it, but because we've learned that we need a team, and we have 15 individuals, listen, 15 individuals that help us get this done. And in your life, and in your schedule, and in your goals, even though they're your personal goals, you're going to need other people. You're going to need other people. And you cannot be this Hercules kind of guy, this Cena kind of girl that thinks they can accomplish everything on their own. Listen, the problem with our schedule, that when we have these three problems, is that, and you can fill this in, is that it causes stress. And stress is an attitude. Stress is an attitude. Now, let me tell you what stress is. Because I know some of you guys know what the word, how to use the word, but you don't know exactly how to define the word. Let me define the word for you. Stress is mental, emotional, or physical strain caused by anxiety or overwork. Stress can be mental, physical, or emotional. That's for the girls, the emotional part. You never see a guy get emotionally stressed. Get down. When was the last time you saw a guy all moody and get down? But guys get physically, right? Guys get physically and mentally. Right? Like, what are you doing? I don't know. But girls get all emotional, you know, and you touch on it. Stress is mental, emotional, or physical strain caused by overwork. It may cause such symptoms as raised blood pressure or depression. Now, let me tell you what an attitude is. An attitude is an opinion or a general feeling that you have about something. Stress is something that you choose to have, something that you choose to allow. And here's the thing. Stress causes you to worry. Okay? And some of you guys are really good at worrying. And the other day, I was talking to an individual, and he told me about a great idea he had about worry. Okay? And because when you have unbalanced living, unbalanced schedule, it causes stress, and stress causes you to worry. I would invite Manny to come up here, and he's got a proposition for you guys.
Hi. Does stress make you worry? These are some of the things that make you stress out. Like when you're trying to post your face on Facebook, when you're trying to text. I mean, geez, I'm sorry, I'm kind of nervous.
He's worried.
I am worried right now. I'm worried. Okay.
Manny, why are you moving the table so you don't move the water and you keep going back to it?